Okay, guys, you know what time is it when you head at 6 when it's time to talk sport and sports. We must, on that note, I welcome you to number one sports show radio. It is Sport Cruise on People's 105.5 from Abuja. You can also watch me live on UTV Africa. I am your sport bishop, your magistrate, your pilot, your prophet, the professor, Nonsoa Rinzechi. On the show today, guys, I'm getting up to speed. We were transpiring. Of course, yesterday, we don't know we have a new leader in the Premier League. We'll look at it extensively and get you up to speed. We touch light on Chelsea, a new regime, a new era. What does this mean for Chelsea and their aspiration from now to the end of the season? We'll talk about that on the show. We'll bring you up to speed from the Nigerian Premier Football League like always. And you know, that doesn't stop there. We get you all you need to know concerning, of course, what's going on in volleyball, tennis, basketball, Formula 1, including transfers. As we heard, big blow for Barcelona is that one man who played, Lamine Yamal, the guy we played his clip earlier on the show, will be out of the season. But the good news is that he'll be ready for the World Cup. All these and more on the show. Don't forget, you can be part of the show. You can drop in your comments, contribution, and everything we're discussing on the show. Sending a WhatsApp message or voice note to 091 112 1055. I'll take that again. 091 1112 1055. At some point, like I always do, I will open up the phone lines where you get to have a conversation with me. We'll talk about the updates and all the latest happenings across the sport. I would love to get your 2 cents on all this issue. So, guys, sit back, relax, and it's time to party. Welcome to the cathedral. The bishop is about to begin his sermon. Hey guys, we begin the show, of course, from local scene like we always do. Welcome back to the show. If you just joining me, it's still Sport Cruise on People's 105.5 from Abuja. It's all about you, and you can also watch live anywhere you are around the world. Just go to UTV Africa, YouTube, and you'll be part of the show. Let's begin the show proper, and let's begin from athletics. Okay, from the world of athletics, we can let you know that the organizers of the 2026 World Athletics Relay in Gaborone has officially reviewed the medals set to be awarded at the global competition scheduled from the 2nd of May to 3rd. The medals are designed to reflect Botswana's international identity and heritage, incorporating natural diamonds sourced locally as part of the country's celebration of the 60th year of independence. Each medal features 120 Botswana-sourced diamonds embedded in its center, underscoring the national status as one of the world-leading diamond producers. The design also integrates key cultural and national symbols, including the Behembo Bridge, along with patterns inspired by the elephant tugs and zebra stripes element, synonymous with, of course, Botswana's wildlife and cultural landscape. The unveiling represents a key milestone in the build-up to the championship, as organizers aim to present, of course, athletes with a prize that is worth visually distinctive and deeply rooted in the host nation's identity. Now we still stay with athletics. We heard there's a major crisis. Yes, you heard me right. A major crisis brewing. I'm talking about, of course, athletics. Of course, we hear that the crisis brewing based on the host Botswana. We hear that there's issues in the camp of Botswana ahead of that championship that we can confirm. Talking about the team that is the World Athletics Relay Championship that Botswana, the camp is in absolute chaos from the reports we are gathering. We'll get you more updates subsequently. We hear, of course, that a middle crisis is looming ahead of the World Athletics Relay, as host athletes in the national camp have threatened to withdraw from preparations over unpaid allowances. With a few days to the competition scheduled to host in Gaborone, the situation has raised serious concerns about the country's readiness and participation in the global event. Also within the camp, we hear a view that several athletes are frustrated by delays in the payment of training allowances and other entitlements which they claim have been outstanding for weeks. The growing discontent have reportedly led to discussions among team members about abandoning the camp if their demands are not met. The development poses a significant threat to participation and preparation, as the World Relay is a key qualification event for major international championship and requires optimal readiness from participating teams. Now we go to the Basketball African League that is ongoing in Africa. We hear that as anticipation build up ahead of the 2026 Sahara Conference of the Basketball African League, Nigeria's Jawad Adekoya of Marktown Flyers has been named among the select group of standard players expected to make a significant impact in the competition. With the countdown to the conference already underway, organizers have highlighted 12 players who are tipped to draw attention from fans, scouts, and opposition teams based on their pedigree, skill set, and previous performances. Adekoya, who made his bowl debut in 2023 with Kwara Falcons, caught the eye despite the Nigerian side enduring a difficult campaign, losing all 5 of their games. The 6'6" forward emerged as a bright spot, leading his team in scoring with an average of 11.2 points per game. Known for his offensive efficiency and defensive presence, Adekoya's inclusion reflects, his steady development and growing reputation within Africa basketball circuit. The list also featured a blend of BAL champions, elite shooters, dynamic ball handlers, and players with experience at the highest level, including a J League champion who has also secured an NBA title. Other players named to watch out for include Omar Abada, Club African, Aham Amin Al Ali, Jonathan Jordan Al Ali, Chris Crawford, JCA Kings, Jonathan Cisse, JCA Kings, Axel Tuapain, ASC View Dakar, Ayub Nochi, FUS Rabat, Zakari Lofton Al Ali, Willie Perry, FUS Rabat, Solo Diabate of ASC Dakar, and Jesse Jones Jr. of Club African. Now we come to the Nigerian Women Football League. We did tell you that FC Robo Queens have secured qualification for the NWFL Premiership squad Super 6 with a hard-fought 1-0 victory over the Monsters, of course, in the Southwest Derby that took place yesterday. Talking about the Nigerian Women Premier League. If you follow the league for some time, you would know that, of course, at the climax of the season, they now join the likes of Edo Queens, Bielsa Queens. They do join them. Talking about they joined them as teams that have qualified already for the Super 6 that will take place later this year. Let's give you a few results. Of course, Robo Queens beat Remo Stars 1-0 Rafiu Tosin in Aba. Ahudiyam Queens beat them as Queen Ladies 2-0. Mary Lucky and of course Toby Ogonobruba both scoring for Ahudiyam Queens. In Lafayette, that's why Amazons beat Conference Queens by 4-0. Ayati Hambam scored, of course, Omotoke Ogunfuwa and Osanachi Ubala all on target in that game. Berry Hatland beat Rivers Angels by 2-1. Monica Matthew opened the scoring in the 4th minute. Olo Ebube Umejako made it 2 goals to them in the 19th minute, while Grace Aliu scored the consolation goal for Rivers in the 29th minute. For Bielsa Queens, they beat Damawa Queens by 2-0. Sophia Bankole scored in the 43rd minute, and of course Delight Isaac completed the goal scoring in the 88th minute of play. In Ibadan, Paysetters Queens and Edo Queens have to share in a goalless draw. In Ado Ekiti Queens beat Ibom Angels by 2-0. Odo Olaleye and of course Joke Adeyemo both scoring in that game. In Akure, Sunshine Queens beat Osun Base by 3-0. Moyin Oluwa Owolabi, of course, Toyin Oyewale and Bumi Adenuga all scoring in that 3-0 rout of Ocean Babes. Abia Angels beat Delta Queens by 2-0. Fumilayo Adefuye and Miracle Seni both scoring for Abia Angels in that account. What does this mean? Of course, Tony Group A is already decided already. Bielsa Queens top, Rivers Angels second, Edo Queens third. FC Robo Queens have sealed their qualification in Group B. Of course, other teams that can still join them. Nassau Amazon still in contention. Abia Angels pushing strong. And Amos Stars still in the race for the final 2 slots for the Super 6 that takes place later this year. Wait and see how things pan out. It's a 14 fight for the finish. Only 3 will go through in Group B. Now we go to the end, now we hear that the football fans in Gombe were left disappointed on Wednesday as Gombe United were relegated to the Nigerian Nationwide League NLO, making a significant setback for the state-owned club. The Savannah Scorpions recorded a 2-0 win over Branchers Bees in their final fixture of the Nigerian National League Conference D at the Pantami Stadium. However, the result proved insufficient to secure survival as they finished 7th on the table with 15-point level with Bichi FC, but relegated on goal difference. The outcome brought a difficult end to the campaign for head coach Yusuf Salihu and his squad, who have entered the final day with the hopes that a win will preserve their league status. In contrast, Ranchers Bees achieved a historic milestone by earning promotion to the Nigerian top flight for the first time in 26 years. Despite the defeat in Gombe, the Kaduna Bees side topped Group D with 20 points, capping off a remarkable campaign. Although Ranchers Bees required just a point to guarantee result elsewhere, ultimately secured their position. The Jigawa Golden Stars, who were also in competition, suffered a 3-0 defeat by KB United, allowing Ranchers Bees to finish at the summit. Golden State Stars concluded the season in 3rd with 18 points, missing out on the promotion as Ranchers Bees celebrated their long-awaited return to the elite football in Nigeria. Now to some good news. We're a fan of one man called, of course, William Osula. We hear the Nigerian Football Federation has stepped up the effort to boost the national team with the dual national talent after initiating contact with representative of William Osula over a potential international switch. Osula, who currently plays for Newcastle United, is eligible to represent both Nigeria and Denmark. The federation, through its backroom staff, has apparently reached out to the players' camp in a bid to convince him to pledge his international future to the Super Eagles. The forward was last invited into the Denmark national football team in March, but did not make his senior debut, leaving the door open for a possible change of allegiance under FIFA eligibility rules. Sources close to development indicate that Nigeria is keen to strengthen its attacking option ahead of the upcoming international competition, with Osula viewed as a long-term prospect due to his physical and versatility in front of goal. Should the move materialize, Osula would join a group of list of diaspora players targeted by NFF as part of a broader strategy to deepen the squad quality and competition within the national team setup. Now to Nigerian Plus Plan abroad, we hear that Scottish giant Rangers FC has identified Nigerian defender Ryan Alea-Biosu as a potential replacement for long-serving captain James Tavernier, who is expected to depart the club at the end of the season. Alea-Biosu, who has attracted attention with the performance in England, is also on the radar of several European clubs, including Genoa, VfL Wolfsburg, and Everton FC. The Super Eagles prospect is currently under contract with Blackburn until 2028, but his future could be influenced by the club's precarious position, with the possibility of a reduced transfer fee should relegation concerns matters. Rangers are keen to reinforce their defensive option ahead of the new campaign, with Alea-Biosu emerging as one of their key names under consideration as they prepare for life after Tavernier. And of course, finally from the local scene, we know that, of course, Nigerian international Victor Osimhen made his return from injury on Wednesday, featuring Galatasaray's 2-0 defeat to Kaskalbigi in the Turkish Cup encounter at Rams Park. The Super Eagles striker, who completed a permanent move to the Istanbul-based club during the summer, had been sidelined after suffering a forearm fracture in the UEFA Champions League round of 16 against Liverpool at Anfield. During his absence, Osimhen missed 4 league matches against Trabzonspor, Göztepe, Kayserispor and Kaskalbigi, a period in which Galatasaray struggled for consistency. 27-year-old was introduced in the closest stages of the match, replacing Guinea-Bissau's midfielder Renato Naga with 11 minutes remaining, marking his first appearance since his injury layoff. Now we go to, of course, the foreign scene and get you up to speed. We start out from FIFA, where we hear that FIFA says he has no plan to replace Iran with Italy at this summer World Cup, according to sources, after the switch was proposed by USA President Donald Trump's special envoy. There has been ongoing uncertainty over Iran participation in the tournament because of the war with USA and Israel. US Special Envoy Paolo Zampoli told the Financial Times, "I can confirm I have suggested to Trump and Infantino that Italy replace Iran at the World Cup. I'm an Italian native, and it will be a dream to see the Azuris at the US hosted tournament with four titles. They have the pedigree to justify inclusion." FIFA did not comment officially on Zampoli's suggestion, but highlighted a statement made by FIFA President Gianni Infantino last week, where he said the Iranian team is coming for sure. The FT reported that Zampoli's plan was suggested to smooth things over between USA and Italy after Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni criticized Trump over his comment towards Pope Leo XVI. Now we go to Chelsea. It's no news that Chelsea have sacked head coach Liam Rossini after less than 4 months in charge of the club. Rossini signed a 5.5-year deal at arrival from French club Strasbourg, also owned by Chelsea co-owner Todd Boehly and Cleglac Capital, but he managed just 11 wins in 23 matches across all competition, and Tuesday 3-0 defeat at Brighton was Chelsea's 5th consecutive league defeat without scoring, the club's worst scoreless run since 1912. Rossini described the performance as indefensible and unacceptable after facing angry chants from Chelsea travelling supporters on the South Coast. The defeat left the Blues sleeping in 7th in the Premier League, 7 points behind Liverpool, who occupied the 5th and final Champions League slot. According to Chelsea, they said Liam has always conducted himself with the highest integrity and professionalism following his appointment midway through the season. This has not been a decision the club has taken lightly. However, recent results and performance have fallen below national standard, with still so much more to play for this season. We hear that Callum McFarlane will take over as interim manager until the end of the season. McFarlane, who was Rossonio's assistant, was in charge of the 1-0 draw against Man City and a defeat at Fulham in January after previous boss Enzo Maresca was sacked. And of course, we let you know that Coventry chairman Doc King says that Sky Blues fans should not worry about what may or may not happen after head coach Frank Lampard was linked with a return to former club Chelsea. Lampard steered the Sky Blues to a top flight return in August for the first time in more than 25 years after sealing the championship title with a 5-1 win over Portsmouth on Tuesday night, having an end point which guaranteed promotion at Blackburn 4 days earlier. However, the former Blues midfielder has been linked with a third stint in charge of Stamford Bridge following the sacking of Liam Rossini on Wednesday evening. Lampard has risen after guiding Coventry to the title in his first full season in charge of the Kings, and King admitted that it was inevitable he will be linked to in the merry-go-round of football. In his word, he's done a fantastic job. It's been incredible 18 months for us and for him. I'm sure he's in reflective mode. I said to him, do not underestimate how difficult what you've just achieved is to do. He's done a huge thing in his playing career to get out of the league as champions without a parachute payment. From where we've come from, it's a huge achievement nobody can take away from him. Everybody is going to be linked with everything. It's a merry-go-round. It's a bit disappointing. Clubs are appointing 3 or 4 managers a season. We don't want to be in those positions. That means something has gone a little bit astray. Of course, he asks fans not to be afraid. It doesn't matter whether he's being linked. After all, it's football and anything can still happen. Wait and see whether Frank Lampard could get the job at Stamford Bridge. Now, so sad news for Barcelona fans. We hear that Spanish forward Lamine Yamal will miss the remainder of Barcelona's season, but is expected to be fit in time for the World Cup. The 18-year-old sustained a hamstring injury in his left leg during Wednesday's 1-0 victory over Celta Vigo. He had given Barcelona the lead from the penalty spot in the 40th minute, but then immediately signaled to the bench before falling to the ground, clutching his left hamstring. He was helped out of the pitch by medical staff and he headed straight down the tunnel. The club confirmed that the injury on Thursday, stated that Yamal will follow a conservative treatment plan and will miss the remainder of the league season, though he's expected to return in time for the World Cup. As we speak, Barcelona, the reigning La Liga champion, at top of the table, 9-point clear of rivals Real Madrid, who will then play at home on the 10th of May as one of their remaining 6. They will play at home at the 10th of May as one of their remaining 6 matches. Spain begin their World Cup campaign, Group H, against Cape Verde on the 15th of June. They play Saudi Arabia on the 21st of June and Uruguay on the 27th of June. Now we go to the games being played. Of course, we told you that Barcelona has won Celta Vigo by 1-0. Lamine Yamal injured himself as he secured the only goal from the penalty spot to give Barcelona a narrow victory over Celta Vigo and extend their lead at the top of the La Liga table. The 18-year-old converted from the spot in the 40th minute at the Camp Nou after he skipped into the box and was brought down by Joel Lago. But straight after slotting past Celta Vigo goalkeeper Inot Radu, Lamine signaled to the bench and went down clutching his left hamstring. He slipped off the pitch and, of course, helped by doctors, headed straight to the tunnel as he was replaced by Ronnie Bardi. Of course, that game ended 1-0, and of course, Barcelona are now 9 points clear in La Liga. In the Premier League, 2 games were played, especially the most important one, where we saw Manchester City get a tough 1-0 victory at the Turf Moor. For the first time in a while, I saw Man City shaky. I saw them fiery. I saw them, rambling. That tells you the pressure is getting to them, as it is also to Arsenal. Man City win at Turf Moor, move them to the top of the table on just goals scored. The same goal difference of plus 37, but it's got 3 more goals than Arsenal in the Premier League. Burnley's defeat means they suffer relegation back to the Championship, while El Haddan scores the only goal of the game, and he did that in the first 5 minutes of the encounter. So it's confirmed that Wolverhampton Wanderers have been relegated from the Premier League, same as, of course, no other than, sadly, I must say, of course, Burnley, who joined them as early as yesterday night. Of course, in the other game played, of course, we saw Bournemouth, of course, held to a 2-2 draw at the Vitality Stadium by Leeds United, a team who is having a time of their life. Of course, Bournemouth forward Ellie Junior Krupi opened the scoring on the hour mark. The visitors equalized through James Hill, own goal in the 68th minute of that encounter. Ryan restored Cherry's lead with the 5 minutes remaining, thinking he has got all 3 points. But of course, hold up. Surprise, surprise, it was Son Longstaff returning from long-term injury, who volleyed in the 97th minute to level for Leeds and take them to 40 points on the table. It looks like Leeds United are very close to safety, as that 1 point could be crucial come the final day of the season. Okay, now let's quickly give you the result of game played yesterday. We start off from the Spanish La Liga. Elche beat Atletico Madrid 3-2. In that game, Atletico Madrid picked up a red card in that encounter. Real Sociedad were beaten at home by Getafe by a goal to nil. While Barcelona, of course, losing Lamine Yamal, lost 1 goal to nil to Celta Vigo. In the Premier League, 2 big games played. AFC Bournemouth played a 2-2 draw with Leeds United at the Vitality Stadium. I told you that earlier. While Man City moved to the summit of the Premier League table, way at the top, more beating Burnley by a goal to nil. And the French League, Paris Saint-Germain were in free scoring mood 1-2-3 for perfection as they beat Nantes 3-0, jumping back, of course, from that loss over the weekend. 2-1 loss to Lyon. Now they are just 4 points on top of the league or table. In the Coppa Italia, we now know the team that will be playing in the finals of the Coppa Italia. It is Lazio. Of course, they face, we now know they'll be facing Inter Milan in the final after a 3-3 draw, and of course with Lazio winning on penalties in that big game. So Atlanta dumped out. Of course, Como dumped out. This Inter versus Lazio in the final of the Coppa Italia. And the DFB Cup, Bayer Leverkusen nil. Of course, Bayern Munich 2 big game. I must tell you, Bayer Leverkusen, of course, are beating at the Bay Arena, which means that Bayern Munich is heading slowly but surely to the finals. And what it means, it's all about that they could be treble winners. The Coppa Italia, the DFB Pokal Cup in German Cup, like it's called. The Bundesliga, they've already put in the bag, and of course the Champions League, where they are in the semi-finals of that competition. In the Coupe de France, Strasbourg lost to Nice by 2-0. In the other VCA in the Netherlands, we saw Telstar beat Sparta Rotterdam by 4-1 in that encounter. In the championship game, that is the second tier of English football, we saw Birmingham City beat Preston North End by 2-1. Charlton Athletics lost 1-2 to Ipswich Town. Middlesbrough beat Sheffield Wednesday by a goal to nil, and of course Sheffield United lost at home to Blackburn Rovers by 3-1. In the Turkish Cup final stage, we saw Galatasaray losing at home to Kasabrigi by 2-0. Victor Osimhen returned in that game and played a whooping 11 minutes in that encounter. We told you that earlier. In the Portuguese Cup, that is Portugal Cup, FC Porto were beaten by Sporting Lisbon by a goal to nil. Winning that game 1-0 aggregate, of course, from the first leg. It ended goalless, and of course Sporting Lisbon won on aggregate to go through in that encounter. In the Belgian Pro League, the championship group, we saw Club Brugge beat KV Mechelen 6-1 with KV Mechelen picking up a red card in that encounter. Union Saint-Gilloise played a goalless draw with Ghent in their encounter. Of course, that's how games panned out yesterday. We now go to games today. Of course, look at the games that we're looking down on. There are games in the Spanish La Liga. Levante will host Sevilla. That game is for 6 p.m. 7 p.m. we see Real Vallecano play Espanyol. Of course, 8:30 p.m. tonight we see Real Oviedo host Villarreal. In the DFB Cup, other semi-final, we are looking at who's going to face Bayern Munich in the final. VfB Stuttgart will take on Freiburg. That game is for 7:45 p.m. In the other division, go ahead Eagles will take on AZ Alkmaar. That game is for 5:45 p.m. and PSV Eindhoven will take on PEC Zwolle. That game is for 8 p.m. Of course, those high pounder. The Turkish Cup, as we speak to you in the final stage, of course, the game is in the 38 minutes of play. Samsunspor versus Trabzonspor. That game is goalless as we speak in this encounter. Other games to come tonight, 6:45. We see Besiktas take on Alanyaspor for later tonight. In the Portuguese Cup, the Premier League, talking about the Portuguese League, Casapia will take on SC Braga. That game is for 7 p.m. tonight. And of course, in the Saudi Pro League, I call it the Saudi Professional League, Al Marja is taking on Al Tawan. As we speak, Al Tawan lead away from home by a goal to nil after 15 minutes of play. Other games to come, we see Damak take on Al Khudud. That game is for 7 p.m. in that encounter. There was one game in the Belgian Pro League, the championship group. Centurion will take on Anderlecht for 7:30 p.m. Of course, quickly let's do the MLS and then I'll open the phone line for you to jump into. We'll talk about the major talking point for today. You have New York City taking 4, FC Cincinnati 4, New York Red Bulls 4, DC United 4, Orlando City 4, Charlotte 1, Toronto FC, of course, played 3-3 with Philadelphia's Union. Atlanta United lost 1-2 to New England Revolution. FC Dallas lost 1-0 to Minnesota United. Houston Dynamo beat San Diego 1-0. Both teams getting up a red card in that encounter. Real Salt Lake lost 2-0 to Inter Miami. Colombia's Crew beat LA Galaxy by 2-1. Los Angeles FC played a goalless draw with Colorado Rapids. And of course, San Jose Earthquakes beat Austin FC by 5-1. And of course, now we go straight to action. And of course, in the action, it's going to be big stuff. Let's go to the major talking point. One man was fired while we were on the show yesterday. His name is Liam Rosinho. Less than 4 months in charge in his 6 years contract with Chelsea. He was fired after 23 games, winning only 11 games. Really sad one for Liam. But of course, it was something that everybody believed it was meant to happen. So we're looking extensively who should fill in the role at Chelsea. For now, it is Callum McFarlane, who's going to be in charge to now, but of course, a lot of names are moving around. We have Iraola, who is out of contract with Bournemouth. You have Cesc Fabregas, of course, not forgetting Frank Lampard, the coach of Coventry City, who just came up to the Premier League. So many names. So I want to ask, which of this manager do you think should take up the helm of affairs, of course, at Chelsea? And we'll talk a little bit about of Manchester City, the top of the table, same number of goals difference, but more goals scored, 3 more goals scored. Keep Man City at top. They looked a bit jittery. With what you saw yesterday of Man City struggling at Toughmore, do you think this team can chase, or like say, keep the momentum and get past Arsenal and win the title? No, if this weekend it won't be in action, it'll be in the FA Cup game. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But of course, can this team go all the way? What you saw yesterday at Toughmore, it is the team that will be crowned champions come the end of May. The number to call are very simple. Of course, you can call 091 1322 1055. I'll take that again. 091 1322 1055. You can also, of course, call on 0704 800 1055. I'll take that again. 0704 800 1055. These are the phone numbers to call for those who want to drop messages or WhatsApp messages or WhatsApp voice notes or maybe WhatsApp callers. But I'll take those calls. It's 091 112 1055. I'll take that again. 091 112 1055. Before I put on the phone lines, of course, let's go take a break. We'll take a break. We'll pay some bills. When I come back, we'll be talking extensively. It'll be calls, and more calls. Okay, so don't go nowhere. Sport Cruise continues in a moment. I'll be right back after this break. But when I come back, the phone lines will be up and running. Don't go nowhere. Sport Cruise continues shortly.
It's time to care. Indeed, it's time to care about our planet and the earth we all share. Climate Fact File has the key to build a world that is completely green and free. Climate Fact File has taken a stand to learn the truth, protect the land, deal with the rising seas, ensuring cleaner skies, clean energy, and turning darkness into light. Climate Fact File is your one-stop shop for everything climate, including environment, waste and waste disposal, indiscriminate use of plastics, activities of oil and gas companies, gas emission, pollution, land management, rising sea levels, bush burning, flooding, desertification, and more. This is a call to action as every voice matters to save the earth. It's in your hands and it's in my hands. Climate Fact File is for a brighter, greener, and a better future. Let's keep it alive. Join me, Ife Onyekwere, every Wednesday from 11 a.m. on People's 105.5 FM. Climate Fact File remains our present reality. People's 105.5 FM is all about you.
Chef Jane Kitchen Knockout Fest is back. bigger, bolder, and hotter than ever. It's a battle for the best chefs across Nigeria and beyond. Highlight celebrity chefs, top-tier judges, intense culinary showdown, and a massive 5 million cash prize to be shared among winners. Registration is now open. Registration fee is 20,000 naira only. Eligible is 18 years and above. To secure your spot, send knockout on WhatsApp or call 0816-0881-292 for your registration link. Chef Jane's Kitchen Knockout Fest 2026, a perfect blend of taste, culture, and lifestyle. Terms and conditions apply. Media partner, People's 105.5 FM, Abuja.
Chef Jane Kitchen Knockout Feast don shele for your domot again o. E don show bigger, stronger kakaraka and hot pass before own. Na real battleground for the best chefs wey dey Nigeria and even obodo oyibo. Main things wey go happen na say celebrity chefs go dey, top level judges go judge, serious cooking shutdown go happen, correct 5 million naira cash prize dey for ground when e be say the winners go share. Registration dey open now o. If you wan register, carry your 20,000 naira perem. And who fit register? Anybody when e be say e don reach 18 years and above. To secure your slot, send knockout for WhatsApp or call 081-608-81292. Make them send you registration link. Chef Jane Kitchen Knockout Feast 2026 na correct mix of taste, culture and lifestyle. Terms and conditions dey apply. Media partner, People's 105.5 FM, Abuja.
People's 105.5 FM.
Okay, guys, welcome back to the show. If you just joined me, it's Sport Cruise on People's 105.5 FM Abuja. It's all about you. And of course, it is live as I speak to you on YouTube, on UTV Africa. So, guys, if you're lost, those who love to watch, you like to use your eyes, of course, go straight to YouTube, go there, like, share, subscribe. And of course, let someone join you, enjoy the best of sporting extravaganza. Okay, before I left the show, I did tell you that when I come back, we open up the phone lines to discuss major talking point from today. And of course, it's all about Frank Lampard. A lot of names have been Frank Lampard, Iraola, of course, not forgetting the man, of course, okay. The big question is very simple: is who should take over from Liam Rosinho come the start of next season? We know that, of course, the interim manager is in that hand, and he will be in charge from now to the end of the season. McCallum McFarlane. Do you think they've got what he has got to take them to the end of the season? But of course, that's not the major talking point. The talking point is simple: who should take charge of Chelsea, even Cesc Fabregas, come the end of the season? Of course, we want to talk about Manchester City, of how well they played. Yes, they have a little bit wobbly, looks a bit fearful, panicky. It's the pressure getting to Manchester City, and can they go all the way? Now the crown champions for the first time in over 200 days. Arsenal have been champions. Can they go all the way to win the title? The phone lines are open running. Talk to me at 091-122-1055. 091-122-1055. You can also call on 0704-800-1055. That is 0704-800-1055. Let's take this call. Hello.
Good evening, Nato.
Good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling from?
Nice work.
Work is fine, my brother.
Yeah, AY calling this evening.
AY, how are you doing this evening? Go ahead, AY. Where are you calling from, AY?
Calling from Suba.
Go ahead, AY. Shoot.
Yeah. Let me start from the match of yesterday.
Okay.
Between Atletico Madrid and Elche. I think Atletico Madrid lost that match because of the Champions League.
Excuse again and again. Okay, if you say so.
Yeah, because you see the squad they used that yesterday. Most of the players, they benched them.
Okay.
Yes. So, and what? I wish them best of luck for Champions League, because I want the Champions League to come back to the Spain.
Okay.
Yes, it's the only club that we have from Spain
that is left.
So so I wish them best of luck.
Okay.
At least because we are known for champions. At a Spain, not many Champions League that we won in Spain.
Okay.
So I want the championship to come back to South Spain. But I still give them. I give them best of luck.
Okay.
But you see, let me talk about the Frank Lampard.
Okay.
Frank Lampard, the man has learned from his lessons.
He has learned. You're very sure he has learned from his lessons.
Yes.
Okay.
He will not try to go to Chelsea now.
Okay.
Because the owner of Chelsea now, I don't think that man know what they call football.
Okay.
And a coach that wants to add more prover will not go to Chelsea now. Because Frank Lampard wants to add more prover to his prover. They will not go to Chelsea now. So like those Bournemouth coach, the man can go there, and they did Crystal Palace coach.
Okay.
Those one can go there. I think those one they are older than the Frank Lampard, and they have had work before Lampard.
Okay.
So if this one go there, even though they fire them because this man doesn't know anything about football, he don't have chance.
Okay.
So that man just after money, doesn't know anything about football.
Okay.
So that's what I say in that man.
Okay.
Because if it is Abramovich era, all those small coaches will not coach.
Okay. Okay.
The man will go for high profile coach. And all those small players you see wearing Chelsea jersey, they will not wear Chelsea jersey.
Okay.
Chelsea go for red-made player.
Okay.
Now those these academy boys. No.
No, well, we'll see how things pan out.
For Man City yesterday,
Quickly, so that's come through it. Yeah.
That yesterday match, you see that the pressure is not easy.
Okay.
You see how Man City was rumbled that yesterday.
Yeah.
If Burnley have a striker that can score goals that yesterday, they will have beat Man City.
Okay.
10 minutes go. That 5 minutes go. You see the way Burnley play.
Okay.
If it is a team like this Crystal Palace or Bournemouth or Brentford, Man City won that match yesterday.
Okay.
Because they have a striker that can give you what you want.
Okay.
But Burnley, can you mention a Burnley player that scored 10 goals this season? None of them.
Okay.
So I don't see Man City winning this premiership.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much, AY, for your contribution. Always nice to hear from you. Okay. Still taking calls. I love the fact that he said that he did talk about the fact that the Man City were a bit fidgety. They were fidgeting, they were a bit panicky, a bit finicky. But we wait and see what happens come there. They said they can't, the way they play. Back to the phone lines. Hello. Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Godswill. I'm calling from Approach.
Godswill from Approach. Godswill.
Yeah. And first of all,
I think you heard.
I said, first of all, I'm a Chelsea fan. I'm a Chelsea fan.
Okay.
Yeah. What is happening to Chelsea now? I don't think it's the owner's fault.
Okay. Whose fault is it?
The fault is from the coaches. They don't know how to use the play.
Okay.
So that's the problem. If Chelsea will get a better coach, I think Chelsea will move forward.
Okay.
That's just it. That's just my contribution. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for your contribution. Okay, guys, we're taking more calls. I love the fact that a lot of people are having a go at this one. What do you think about, of course, the phone lines are still running. You can still call me. It is 091 1322 1055. 091 1322 1055. Hello. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. This is Uchenna calling from Zone 2.
Uchenna from Zone 2. Uchenna, go ahead, talk to me, Uchenna.
My brother Wahala Day.
Which kind of Wahala Day? Which kind of Wahala in I get?
Arsenal go give me hope.
Try.
5 minutes they go fail me.
Wow.
Yeah, the Chelsea fans so. But the news why today they say Chelsea coach they don't fire them.
Exactly.
Well, because whether Chelsea good or no good, I still support them because we get one history where Africa don't create for that club and make man leave that club. Which is no player, no club
where African player don't create that history.
Okay.
But see the support Chelsea, whether them die or win.
To the Chelsea. You go nowhere.
We are not going because they make African players proud.
Okay.
That's the only thing. Watch them the Holy Road, no club. So that's why they support them.
Okay.
So coming from Arsenal, the way they give me, sometimes I go to pity them. Make them carry league. And I don't see. Make them carry league. Even though na Meshai Cup. Meshai Cup, make them go carry them.
Okay.
They no go kukuma sell me. So me I know they have. They man not carry anything this season. Make them fire them.
Okay.
Let them fire them.
Okay.
No, thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you very much, Uchenna, for your call. Uchenna is coming out to say they should fire him. Hello, your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm fine, and you? How are you doing today? What's the name of your calling? Honorable Sports.
Honorable
Prof, shoot, talk to me.
Okay, can you I remember when I was on call with you, I asked me whether I think this man is going to be shot.
Yeah.
I made this a practically and categorically clear that of course I got that call, and when you look at it, you know, I was even trying to call you back, but you have a limited time to upon my this thing. So I think what is happening to Chelsea right now is quite it's all of those guys that bought the club, they don't really need what it prepares in a football club, especially a club that is like this. These guys have made a whole lot of mistakes, and they have not even started life. Then end up people take their views. They are not like any message. They came in, they had an expensive like super. They sacked me, and they bought the Lampota. This is how they contract. They don't even do up to they sacked me.
Yeah.
They bought a contract to then now bought what for the penalty that after a great player to implement on Jackie in the previous season. And they don't know Malaysia. How I'm going to watch with what I have. The first season, you give us the corporate league. Then they give us the corporate stuff. Just I see that. I don't have a player defender. I need a player to complement what I've done in the previous season.
Okay.
Exactly. These guys don't really know what they are doing. When they start this guy starts relevant in the journey. I don't really, I pity him because they don't want him out and he's joking because he was doing absolutely well.
Okay. Hello? Oh, wow. Looks like we lost him there. Okay. Please do well to call back to complete your thoughts. Anyway, guys, you call me. I'm taking more calls. 091-122-1055. 091-122-1055. Or you can call on 0704 800 1055. 0704 800-1055. Don't worry, you can also send a message or WhatsApp message or WhatsApp voice note. You can do that on 091-112-1055. I'll take that again. 091-112-1055. Let's talk Chelsea. Who should be at the helm of affairs? Lampard, Cesc Fabregas, Girola. They've all been in the news. They've been linked to that job. where should Chelsea pitch their tent for next season? And of course, let's talk Man City. We saw the one against Burnley, but it was never convincing. They looked like they crawled all through. Either way, they crawled in and they got the job done. What do you think? I want to hear from you. Let's go to the phone line. Hello. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. You know where you're calling from?
Yeah, this is Ibrahim. I'm calling from Gariki.
Ibrahim from Gariki. Okay, Ibrahim, shoot.
Yeah. For Chelsea, I will advise those young coaches that are doing fine.
Okay.
To stay where they are. Or even if you want to, if you think you want to just have a change of career, please go parallel. Go to honestly, go to that club that will give you no pressure.
Okay.
If you are coming to Chelsea, know that you are coming to a club. I'm generalizing now. I'm not talking about Chelsea.
Okay.
Man U, Chelsea, Man City. If you are going to those clubs, you know you want to win 10 matches out of 10. They see every match as a must win without no excuse. So are you ready for that? Many coaches, many great coaches, we are not even hearing them again just because they switch to a bigger club. Where is Amorim today? Where is Potter today? Do you remember the Blablas?
Yeah, I do.
Formidable this thing from Porto when he came. So this Anthony Raola, all of them, they are a good coach, but in that average team, Chelsea is a different ball game entirely.
Okay.
Has Raiola been mandated to win 10 matches out of 10? At times, that is when you thrive. That is when you'll be able to explore new ideas because you have the time.
Okay.
So I want to advise maybe Mourinho, maybe a coach who has seen it all, who has managed bigger club before. Forget about all these Bournemouth is doing well, Brighton is doing well, this one is doing well. I take my own. For Man City, what I would just say is that Nonso is a supposed must-win matches for both of them. Like all matches now, all the 4 remaining matches
are finals.
Like is a must-win.
Yeah.
So it's not about how you ground your results. It's not about whether you ground your results maybe fantastically or narrowly escape. It's all about 3 points now. This is not the time to say you want to win as much as goals matter. But my brother, you have to be careful. That's when you know that